Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and today we are talking about how Palantir can surge to a whole $50 per share. We will also address how Palantir just obtained an $823 million contract with the US Army, and then we will go over some PLTR stock technical analysis. After that, we will go over the latest stock market news, along with what is happening in the overall economy, and then lastly, we will talk about two quantum computing companies which have huge growth potential, and one of these firms has connections with the CIA and Palantir. Go and press the like button right now for more Palantir stock news updates. Comment down below when you think the PLTR stock price will reach $50 per share. Turn on all subscription notifications to stay informed, and shout out to this awesome person for donating to me through PayPal, link below, so I can continue making videos like these. So let's jump right into the video. As you may have heard, Palantir has landed an $823 million contract with the United States Army. Palantir was specifically chosen for this contract because of their Gotham platform, which will be used to support Army intelligence personnel across the entire world. Palantir has more than proven how valuable their Gotham platform is, so the Army will most likely assign Palantir to newer contracts in the near future, but right now we will focus on how the Gotham platform will migrate legacy programs to the CD-2 contract. The global defense lead for Palantir Technologies had this to say about the contract, and I quote, "We look forward to the continued partnership with PEO, IEW&S, and the Army's intelligence community in providing new and exciting technology that will help them in their modernization efforts." The CD-2 contract is only one of a multitude of projects that Palantir is currently working on with the US Army, because other projects include the CD-1 contract and the Tactical Intelligence Targeting Access Node contract, also known as Titan. Palantir develops technology that is meant to help the United States control threats, so as the US government and military further adopt Palantir software, it will open up more opportunities for Palantir to grow their revenues, which is why Cathie Wood of ARK Invest loves this company. Palantir shares have surged recently due to the excitement that this almost $1 billion contract has created. However, with that being said, Palantir still needs to keep this positive momentum up if they want to see the stock price increase even more. Palantir also recently had their fair value price rise from $20 all the way to $28 per share, which is fantastic news. So if your average price is below $28, you are in a good place to hold this asset long term. Now, I do want to remind you that Palantir is still in danger of losing their ICE Falcon contract to other companies like Amazon, Microsoft, IBM, and Google, and the competition here is very steep because this Falcon contract is actually going to be replaced by another contract named Raven, which is worth $300 million. To put that into perspective, the Falcon contract gave Palantir a revenue source of around $100 million, so this newer contract is even bigger, but the best part about it is that Palantir can still receive a portion of this new Raven contract as long as they do not lose out to their competitors. Now, when talking about a single stock, we should keep in mind the macroeconomic factors that could impact the stock market negatively, like the Federal Reserve's quantitative easing, which could cause growth stocks like Palantir to pull back as treasury bond yields increase. But even if the PLTR stock price pulls back, we could get great news from Palantir's Q3 earnings report, which could breathe new life back into the stock, and that is set to be announced around the 18th of November. For some PLTR stock technical analysis, we see that the PLTR stock has tested its ascending trend line and it bounced off of this support, which is good news. However, if the trend line does not hold and Palantir does break through it, the stock is going to begin a bearish descent. Luckily for us, Palantir's rising channel is considered bullish, but I do want to say that there are some mixed signals from various indicators. For example, Palantir's relative strength index, also known as RSI, was 37%, which means that the stock is oversold. The last two times that Palantir's RSI was at or around a 30%, the stock started a great uptrend. But on the other hand, Palantir is trading below their 8-day and 21-day exponential moving averages, which is a negative bearish sign. If you are a Palantir bull, you want to hope that Palantir receives a large volume push, which could put the PLTR stock price above its EMAs, or at least up towards their medium line of their rising channel. But if you are a PLTR bear, you want Palantir to fall through its support down to $21.04, and if that happens, the next support level would be all the way down to $17.06. According to current social media activity and Wall Street bets, Palantir Technologies is actually one of the most talked about stocks right now, followed by Facebook, Smile Direct Club, Tilray, and Tesla, which is no surprise. Other stocks that are buzzing on social media are Context Logic and Alibaba, but we will not discuss those two stocks in this video because I just reported on them in the previous video. So here is a quick news update on these stocks. First off, we know that Palantir just won a fantastic contract, but they are also planning on winning another $90 million contract in the next quarter, so keep an eye out for that. Recently, Facebook shares have fallen because of a whistleblower's evidence against them, and the whistleblower basically states that Facebook purposefully and maliciously stirs up division among societies. Other major tech stocks are also down due to the current market condition, which includes Microsoft, Alphabet, and Netflix, but most of them have recovered except for Apple, which is having a harder time recovering. Tesla's CEO Elon Musk also stirred up some commotion recently in the cryptocurrency market by posting a picture of his new Shiba Inu dog, which has made the Shiba Inu token jump 48%, and it made Dogecoin jump by 3%. We also see that because of slowing economic growth and fears of inflation, that shares of American Airlines and shares of Delta Airlines have fallen recently. Vaccine stocks have not fared much better recently because shares of Moderna and Novavax have remained stagnant while Pfizer shares actually dropped, and this was after Merck had successfully tested their vaccine treatment. Now I want to introduce you to a quantum computer maker named Rigetti, which will go public through a blank check company known as a SPAC or Special Purpose Acquisition Company, and their combined value will be $1.5 billion at launch, and it will trade under ticker symbol RGTI. This is the second quantum computing company that has used the SPAC route to go public recently, because we also have Ionq, which we'll talk about later. Rigetti is merging with a company that is backed by the Zillow co-founder, and the company is named Supernova Partners Acquisition Company 2. This company has major backing from institutions like T. Rowe Price, Franklin Templeton, and venture capital firm In-Q-Tel, which is backed by the CIA, along with strategic partners like Palantir Technologies. So this is a stock that you could use to diversify your portfolio while also entering a very hot industry such as quantum computing. Researchers say that quantum computing could operate millions of times faster than today's supercomputers, which will allow humanity to understand how the world works on a whole new level. For instance, we could map complex molecular structures and chemical reactions along with artificial intelligence breakthroughs. Big tech companies like Google, IBM, Honeywell, Microsoft, and Amazon have already been investing into the future of this type of technology. The next quantum computing company that I want to put on your radar is ticker symbol Ionq, which merged with DMY Technology Group, and investors have been closely watching this stock so they can buy it on weakness, and so far it's about 10% down, so it does provide a good amount of upside from here. The problem is that this stock could certainly fall even more because this is a brand new market segment and investors don't really know how to value these companies yet. Now, I think both of these companies and stocks are going to be a great addition to a watch list, but this could be a very lucrative sector for investors. However, it will be interesting to see how these companies commercialize their products and how the market adapts and adopts to this technology. Now, between these two stocks, I am more excited for Rigetti because of their connections to Palantir. But with that being said, I want to give you 7 things you should know about ticker symbol Ionq. So I will put up the 7 points on screen and I'm going to read them directly from the article. First off, the company believes that quantum computing has the potential to change the world. And I totally agree. Point number 2, this company's main product is a 32-qubit quantum computer, and it's sold via range of channels. The goal of the company is to bring quantum computing out of the lab and into consumers' hands. Fourthly, this was the first quantum computing company to be sold on the open market, so that is huge and it's a breakthrough, and I think that other companies are going to follow suit just like Rigetti. The company is also very well funded. They have $636 million worth of growth proceeds. The company also intends to use these funds to accelerate the growth rate and the adoption of this technology as they continue to innovate. And lastly, Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs are the ones who advised the merger to begin with, so they were the financial advisors over it. But what do you all think? Comment your thoughts down below on Palantir and quantum computing. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like this video right now, and I'll see you in the next YT video.